Hello everyone, I just ran across a video about the Tea Party with Sarah Palin, and it was some interviews with some attendees, some Palin supporters who were all very enthusiastic for this so-called Tea Party with Sarah Palin. And now people can debate about who started the Tea Parties and what the Tea Party means, whether they're Republican or independent or libertarian or whatever. But the thing I'd like to point out is that the people who did this video did a very good job of showing how, I guess you could say, uninformed or maybe brainwashed, how well they were towing the party line, how well they were spitting back what they were told by Fox News and Sarah Palin and people of that ilk. And it was a good piece, I thought, for the most part. But my criticism would be that they are only showing that these people are not the solution and that they are ill-informed as to the issues or uninformed. And what I think they could really be effective if they did, if people like this that went to interview these people at Republican events or mainstream events, showing just your average Joe six-pack, what they could do is ask them some further questions, not just what do you think and give us some examples of what you think and make them look kind of stupid, is ask them some very specific things about the people that they support that goes against what they want. For instance, people were saying, well, we want smaller government, and we want the power back to the individual. And they were defending George Bush. And when they did that, they could say, well, did the government get any smaller under George Bush? Did your liberties increase under George Bush? Did the deficit go down under George Bush? No. And they can help educate these people that George Bush is not your solution, Sarah Palin might not be your solution, and point out the similarities between George Bush and Barack Obama and Sarah Palin and how they're all cut from the same cloth. And I think they could also ask them some questions about some things they might not be familiar with that are very important issues. For instance, the Federal Reserve System. They could just say, are you familiar with the Federal Reserve System? Explain a little bit about it, explain how private banks have the power to inflate the money and how the government has the power to inflate the money, and that is more taxes on you and on these people who profess to not like taxes and big government. They talk a little bit about the defense. They say, well, we need someone who's strong in defense and will prevent terror attacks. Now this might be a lot to fit into an interview, but they could point out how we are losing a lot of soldiers and the amount of casualties from terrorism that we faced pale in comparison to the amount of soldiers, casualties we've lost. I mean, we lost 3,000 people about on 9/11 to terrorism in the last 10 years. Your chances of dying from heart disease are 1 in 5, roughly, and that is a preventable disease. Cancer is 1 in 7. A lot of that is preventable also. So really, our main concern is not terrorism for saving people. And you could also bring up the argument that being in these countries breeds more terrorists. That probably wouldn't fly over too well. But I think just pointing out some ways that could educate these people and point out to them that Obama, Bush, Palin are all very similar on very important issues, which I know most of you know, but I think if we could, these people that are trying to do good and point out how the Palin movement is not good for America, that's not what we need, they could do some even more good by pointing out to these people and pointing out to the viewers of theirs videos that might be from the left, thinking the left is the answer because they're against Palin. They might think Palin bad, left good. Instead say, oh, you know what, that's right. Right bad, left bad, what is the deal? Something's going on here. So all those things I think would be helpful to the new left media who did this video, who I like you guys. Yeah, I think your presentations are good, but just something to keep in mind. If you did that, I would think that would be awesome and be very informative to both your viewers and the people you interview. So that's all I got. Thank you for watching. There's a link to the original video, which is pretty cool if you are not a fan of Sarah Palin, and this might wake you up to the people that are fans of Sarah Palin if you still are a fan of hers. So that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. Everybody have a great weekend. Bye.